Hi guys, I had to change my shirt and everything like that. This is just one of them days. But I do want to give you guys a perspective about how real this stuff is and how real it's been for me in regards to people just bothering folks like me. You know, it's not just me that go through things like this. Um it's other people too, and they know what I'm talking about. Now, unless you was the person that was just bothering people, you probably won't understand, or you may feel convicted. I don't know how your heart posture is set up. But I'm going to tell you guys how real this is. You know, there are some of my classmates I know about that do watch my channel. This is the most they have ever heard me talk. I went to school with these people for years, sat in the classroom with them 5 days a week for hours. And this is the most they've heard me speak is here on online, on social media, on YouTube. they I didn't bother nobody. Okay, I'll stay to myself, like I told you guys about. And like I told you guys in the past, if you were to talk to any of them, they would tell y'all the same thing. And I told you guys that a lot of them told me that they was shocked to hear me talk like this and to hear me speaking, because I didn't talk to people. And it wasn't because I was being a certain kind of way. It's because that's just who I was. For one, I didn't bother people, and I didn't talk to people unless they talked to me. I felt like, hey, I mean, that's just how I was. And then not only that, if some of them would talk to me, they would come at me all messed up. And so why would I want to talk to you after you just said this to me? Why would I want to continue talking to you after what you just did and what you just said to me? Some of them, they will come at you all types of ways, because they start assuming stuff about you and all types of stuff just because you're quiet. And some of them, I told you guys a lot of times, that they think you slow just because you're quiet, which is stupid. Forgot about this, but whenever you are quiet and off to yourself, like, a lot of times they'll assume stuff about you because they can't really get anything out of you. Like, I didn't know this back in the day, and like I said, it was just who I was and who I am as a person. And then I was shy, right? So I didn't, you know, and so they'll assume that you think you better and all this stuff. And it's funny a little bit, because you sitting there shy. You like, I'm just shy. But they, in their head, they think you better. Or you just a person that just mind your business. But I'm gonna tell you something. Whenever you are quiet, you are you hear stuff that you ain't even trying to hear because you're quiet. I've heard things I wouldn't even, I'm like, why am I hearing this? But I was hearing things that I wasn't planning on hearing. And you know, I knew things about them that they didn't even know I knew, with just from hearing this stuff. Because I feel like some of the people who was saying this stuff about them felt comfortable to say it in front of me because they knew I wasn't going to say anything. So that's one of the reasons too. And I didn't say anything, so they was right about that, because I minded my business. But when, like I said, when you mind your business, a lot of times this ticks these people off, and it makes unclean spirits mad, because they like, why you not involved in all of this drama like the rest of them? Who do you think you are? Type of stuff. Because they need something to be able to trap you in, whether it's putting you in some kind of mess, ruining your reputation through lies. They need something to put you in. And so they do this. They will also claim that they know you too. They will also claim that they know you just because they went to school with you and sat in the classroom with you. They do the same. Listen, they do the same thing to God. A lot of people claim that they know God. A lot of people claim that they know this about God and all that. Whole time they don't even talk to him. Like, do you talk to God to even get to know him? Do you talk to him? Do he know you on an intimate level? Do you know him? No, you do not. If you don't talk to God, just like I was telling you about, them people wasn't even talking to me like that. I wasn't talking. So how you know me when you have never really had a real conversation with me? And I told y'all, this is the most that they've ever heard me speak. So how do you know me? You don't know me. And then even the girl that did that to me, she don't even know me. She don't even know me. There's certain ways that I was with her too, because I didn't feel comfortable being certain ways in front of her. So it's certain stuff that she just don't know about me. And there's layers to me. So you get whatever layer I feel comfortable sharing with you. But I was telling somebody yesterday, like, as a woman, I understand that there's layers to us, for real, and only certain people get to know that. And that's the same thing with God. Like, there are layers to God, and you only get that once you get to a certain space with God, an intimate level with God, and you are talking to him and getting to know him and reading his word so that you can get a better understanding of who he is. But like I said, they do the same thing to him. They claim to know him, but they don't. You don't even talk to him. How you gonna know him? You, just because somebody, see what they'll do, they'll go off of what somebody else said and they'll take it and run with it. Just like people will just say stuff about God, and these people, a lot of times, they won't do no research, won't read the word for themselves or nothing. And so they'll take that and they'll just run with that without doing their own research. And that's why I was telling you guys to always study and show yourself approved, because people can tell you anything. So many lies that have been set out by the enemy about the Bible, about God, and it's amazing how our people have been tricked and pulled so far away from who we originally are. We so far away from who we originally are, and it's incredibly crazy to me. It's crazy. Like, how in the world did the enemy pull people so far? But I feel like God's put the internet out here because so many people have gotten broken free from the right people coming online and revealing certain things, and God allowing them to put things together into a better perspective. But yeah, I know I just went into something else, but I just want to let y'all know that if you read part 1 of my book, I just want y'all to know the part 2 is just as crazy as the first one. Okay, and the stuff that we go through, my goodness, especially me. But yeah, a person that don't bother nobody, and like I said, being in Christ is not boring. You don't even gotta go nowhere. Like the drama or whatever the case may be, the action, I call it action, the action will come to you. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to bother nobody, because like I said, this is the most that people that sat in the classroom with me daily, this is the most they've ever heard me talk. Okay, all right, I love you guys. Take care. Bye.